is Shonyx! You know we back in this school, you know, I am playing it really cool, you know, I'm chill. Yeah, I'm no fool, I'm about to go and solve this case, you know, I'm in this race. Spray you with mace, I'm about to go and hit you in your face. Listen, give me some space. What's up guys, it's your girl Shonyx and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We are about to start chapter 5 today, and honestly, I just decided today, I am finishing Danganronpa this week, okay? So, make sure you guys like the video if you guys are still loving the series, okay? Because it lets me know that you guys want to see more of this, and maybe I'll even play Danganronpa V2. Who knows? But without further ado, we're gonna get back into this. If you did not watch the other parts, I'm about to spoil it right now, so make sure you go and watch the other parts if you don't want to be spoiled. 3, 2, 1. Last episode, Sakura died because she took herself out, okay? That was the class trial. Like, basically, it was nobody's fault except her own. Well, everybody was hating on her. You know what I mean? It was a tough situation. I knew somebody was gonna do that in this series, but I just wasn't expecting it to be Sakura. But anyways, without further ado,
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
What I wonder is, why is the 16th student even hidden? Like, why? I don't understand that part. Like, why are they even hidden? Why weren't they part of the games?
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Although I feel like that they might be the mastermind, the student, but I don't know.
Watch out for her.
Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. What? What? 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. What? Whoa, what are you talking about? Time skip? 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. This is definitely gonna have to do with Hina. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So we know how this is gonna end. We know whoever the masked person is, they're dying, but we don't know who the masked person is. Is that the 16th student? So, let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Sheesh, how high is that horse of yours?
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them. What's up with Toko?
Huh?
Hey, Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom. Why is she quiet?
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. Yo, the way she is following after his every command is crazy. Like, that is actually insane. What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care.
How about that?
And you're okay with that, Toko? Sheesh, how low was that rock you're hiding under?
Whew.
I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again.
Let's go.
We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and then start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. Okay. Okay, so, can we see over here now? We still can't. Well, time to go to the 5th floor. We're going to the 5th floor. Right here. What's on floor 5? There's so many floors. So, here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason, it feels unpleasant. Huh. Okay, so those are still... The windows are still, like, boarded up and everything, so we still can't see the outside world. This is very different. Okay, those are the classrooms. What is this? Still classroom. What is this? Bio? Why does it say raw there? Rattle, rattle. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. I wonder if that's where they erased their memories. Because I'm telling you, their memories were erased. Uh-huh. What is that? Wait, hold on. What is this room? Before I go in that room that's all white, let me go in here first. What is this? What is this? What? What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student.
Okay.
Lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Right.
Watch out for her.
Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Oh. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand, right? Why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. How did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important? How? I don't even understand that.
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. But what is this room? Oh, maybe it's archery. That target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. Okay, so let me see. Straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too? So maybe this is like sword practice, archery. Are these real trees, fake trees? Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here and it's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant?
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? Anything else? What is this? A suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Okay, I guess let's leave. So let me, before I go over there, let me just make sure I checked over here. I guess I did. Okay, I think that's it. What is this big white room? Oh. So it's a fake sky? Is it a fake sky?
Yo.
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling.
You know?
Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I smelled vegetation. It helps me relax.
What the heck?
That's not what you're thinking, is it? Wait, what? Huh? Why is that bad? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh!
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action.
Well?
I'm serious. He believes plants are gonna take over the world. What's here? Just to be sure, I should take a look in that tool shed. Oh no. Oh no, people are dying from these. Oh yeah, people are dying up here. This place seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the back wall, is that a pickaxe? I'm not gonna lie, someone's gonna get shredded. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually gonna take care of the lawn? There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? Probably. What is this? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Crazy diamond, what does that mean? Bags of fertilizer, okay. Now what? What else can I look at? This is a giant flower. But what is this? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real? Oh! Whoa! What?
That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap! And your flesh is all like, blah, I'm dead.
In other words, it's a monstrosity.
It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist, although they don't go here anymore, they died during the tragedy.
Why are you revealing this to me?
Actually,
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people. So it's totally good for the environment.
So basically what you're saying is someone's getting thrown in there.
well,
Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I know anything about that myself.
Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. So basically, someone's getting thrown in that plant. Basically, what is this? Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? There's chickens? This place even has chickens! Fried chicken! They don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that, right? It seems safe. Interesting. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here. Wait, we gotta remember that! Remember that, 5. Exactly? 5, you know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6, at least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30% right.
It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. Hold on, let me make sure there's 5.
Woo!
Okay. So there's 5 chickens, we gotta remember that. There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something? I knew it.
It's for the sprinklers.
Sprinklers?
Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission.
Okay, we need to remember that too.
Of course, the settings panel is locked, so you wouldn't change it if you wanted to. You couldn't change it if you wanted to.
So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning.
Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not like a little kid, right? You're too old to be running through sprinklers anyway.
Yes.
Or do you have some kind of... Yo. I'm gonna tell everyone.
Okay, chill! Okay, bro is doing too much. Let's leave. So what do I do now? I've already checked out everything. This floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. Wait, I feel like I've checked every room. I feel like, okay, let me look at the map. I guess I should go in the classrooms then? I'm not seeing any other special place. But these are just regular classrooms. I usually don't even check out the regular classrooms. Whoa! Oh, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. What the heck is this? Eye for an eye? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, and possibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying? It's the smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood. There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I had experienced this smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me.
If you hadn't done what you did, then this never would have happened.
No. It's quite the opposite.
The opposite?
Now then.
Yep, let me give you an itty-bitty, eejy-squeegee little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it.
What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs and those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
Can't wait.
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier.
What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? Yo, this is actually kind of crazy. Let's look at the bodies, the body things. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it, but we do. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry, and their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. What else can I look at? Oh, I guess I can just leave. Okay. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now. Once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. Man, it just seems so much more empty. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall. And before too long, there's barely anybody left. It would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Just a second.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team. Girl.
Hey.
That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered. All right, let's see you first.
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kind of be Sakura's job, but anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either. But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? Why do you ask?
Then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed the 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Stairs! That's the top, that's the top floor. Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right? Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
correct.
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part.
Okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. Okay, let's talk to, okay, Toko definitely is not gonna say anything. Hey, Byakuya, it seems like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it or whatever. I've forgotten about that. Sheesh, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. Well, Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously? You're just gonna take it? Just shut up. Don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. Okay, so what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and since something caught my attention, there was this. A knife? Whoa, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom? How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us? Why is he even jumping to that conclusion? I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer. Just don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. Just put it back in the kitchen. There's a bunch of knives in the kitchen.
What's your
I don't
problem?
want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what to do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Me? Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Okay.
Then that's that. Hold on, know what I gotta say?
It's all clear.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. Are you sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me. Okay, so here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. Fine? Bro, he's a pushover. He's a pushover. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I stop? Bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry, it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Huh? Did Master just praise me? Hey, good for you. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. Okay, girl, calm down. Calm down. I don't even want to voice act this, bro. It's too much. It's too much. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Okay, what did you discover, my good man?
You know?
Well, there's a big garden on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant. Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
Serious?
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in there. Oh, that lives in the pipe. Why do I feel like he's talking about Mario? I literally feel like he's talking about Super Mario. Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know? Of course not, because idiots never get wet. I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
What the heck?
Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question. So what was the question again? Don't worry, you just answered it. Okay, isn't there still more that we have to talk about? So we already did this, the chicken coop. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right? That's right, 5 chickens. I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken. Ooh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw chicken. Oh, girl, maybe you're the dumb one. Oh, nah. I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. I feel like they're having a dumb off, you know? You know the movie Dumb and Dumber? That's them. All right, tool shed. You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe?
What?
Huh? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed, and the words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Yeah, I don't understand that. What is the significance of Crazy Diamond? Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy Diamond? Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
I don't just think, I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before. Where? That's it, I remember. Wait! It was on Mondo's uniform? On the back of his jacket? His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Could it be?
Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today, and Mondo definitely died second, I think.
That's right.
Then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here and Monokuma confiscated it. Why would he bring a pickaxe? Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed, the pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe at all. Then what did?
No.
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help. How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
I don't know. Maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well?
And we can use those to call for help. What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
You know?
Well, back then, my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Okay, so now, who did we not talk to? Did I talk to her yet?
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there.
Could it be?
If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, or tyrant.
But
I love that he said tyrant since I'm playing Resident Evil 2 right now. We're not in a horror game though. You sure about that? Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about
Naturally.
it. Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too. I can't stand this man, bro. I can't. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no, strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far, and I'm loving it. He's salivating. Well, what the heck are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Every body smell concentrated.
Huh?
I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. But I mean, what the heck happened in that room?
So in other words...
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. A bunch of people were killed in there? Stop, seriously, I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that's what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. Really? That's the tragedy? Then why would they be locked away from the outside world? The awful scene in that room, that was the tragedy that happened a year ago?
In other words...
Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's true,
It's all clear
that
now.
would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
Hey!
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful. No, it's not just awful, super awfully awful. You're right, it's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless, despairing. But still, how is it not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
Yo!
So now what do we do? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way!
Sheesh, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. So what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity. Oh! Huh?
Well...
Kyoko's identity? But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro. Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant. Even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. More unlucky than lucky these days, but anyways. So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me who she is? Now that you mention it, she's never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not a matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So Kyoko, it's time you told us. I can't. What? Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
Maybe she doesn't know.
So,
Because I don't remember. Whoa! What? I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean amnesia?
What?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
this is
You can't
very
be serious right
suspicious.
now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything.
However,
But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us. And I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
hey,
What are you gonna do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that.
It's all clear.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. What do you mean limit your options? Limit my options?
Just give up.
What? Give me the key to your room. But if she gives you her room key, she can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself. Hold on! A threat like that?
that's fine.
Fine. I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation. Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Byakuya and held out her room key to him.
It can't be.
You dang fool. Why do you refuse to talk?
Because
Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
so,
Maybe she really did lose her memory. If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
however,
The worst school where only the worst things happen? Do you really mean that? Huh?
hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? But what do you mean? Perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away.
Come on.
Where do you think you're going?
Goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room. Bruh, I'm not gonna lie. Kyoko, come stay in our room. I ain't gonna lie, baby girl. Come stay in our room.
What the
Well,
heck?
what's her deal?
But
I think you went too far taking her room key like that. For her, that wasn't fair enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her enjoying getting yelled at. Okay, girl.
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko. Dang.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of your breathing, your heart beating, it grates on me. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus the situation, it's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. That's what I was thinking too. Just turning on people again. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone. What?
What?
What? What? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
cause I mean,
Look. Oh. Hey?
What?
Bro, how long have you been standing there? What?
I'm very, very angry.
Angry at what?
At the thief. Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in your midst.
What?
hey,
My precious, they stole it.
You're
Your
precious?
teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
What?
Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies.
But what the heck is your precious?
Shut up! I hope you all get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
Well, we're not even allowed to get out of here anyway, so that won't happen. And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
so,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? It likely has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Ding dong, bing bong! Alright, school announcement. It's nighttime. Bye. Uh-oh, we need to get out of here.
You know?
We could talk about this more tomorrow, and about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around.
well,
Not like we need you to tell us that.
Goodbye.
Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. What is Kyoko gonna do? Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyways, Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can? Can't she sleep in here? What? Yeah! Get over here, Kyoko! As I opened my eyes, I realized I'd fallen asleep without realizing it. Makoto, you went to sleep? But more important, did I hear the doorbell? Bro really went to sleep. Kyoko?
Hey.
I'll be waiting for you in the dressing room. See you there. What? Hey, wait, Kyoko! Without acknowledging me, Kyoko disappeared into the depths of the darkened hallway. I know we're not supposed to go out during nighttime, but I can't just not go. Okay, we going. Are you kidding me? We ain't listening to Byakuya. Byakuya sounds like a sneeze. Byakuya!
Hey,
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay, I'm used
Correct.
to it. Indeed.
so then,
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean, does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Why would bro... Wait, maybe she did. But I'm just saying, why is he assuming she stole something from Monokuma? He should at least say, hey, did you steal something from Monokuma? But saying, does it have to do with what you stole from Monokuma? That's just accusing. Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
indeed.
Well, he was right. That's right. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So,
I stole this. The headmaster key? How did she do that? A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where'd you get this?
So...
From the headmaster. Wait! She got the key from the headmaster's room. How did she get into the headmaster's room? How did you sneak in there? Wasn't it locked?
However...
The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She broke the lock. She broke the lock as her last thing because she knew she was gonna die. Wow.
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note? I'm not just going to lay down and die. I will fight you. So Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us.
That's right.
That's right. So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within. She did that for us. Dang! W Sakura! W Sakura! She violated the school regulations to help us. She already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. Oh, to go to the data lab. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to correct. I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took the opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Wow. And what you told me yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too? Maybe.
Mikuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about this Mikuro Ikusaba while you were in there?
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mikuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words...
She may very well be the mastermind. Mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
Wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. If the 16th student actually is the mastermind, I don't know, were they bullied or something? But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mikuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind? Anyway, this key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
So...
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again while I go and find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? You can't, that's way too dangerous. And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us.
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey.
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. If we're successful again, then that confirms it. Then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
Hey.
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think about what might happen if we fail.
Why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much. After all, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery, am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us all without a second thought. I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules or adhere to them no matter what? This is all an experiment for her. And Makoto is like, what? No, I don't want to do this.
In
other words, we gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right?
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
She's kind of right. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey.
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us. And with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel and wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh, what's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens,
However,
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
Hey,
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it just because you asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that. I don't know about that, buddy.
indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey,
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
indeed.
Well, there's that too. There's something else?
Well,
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
so then,
Okay then, shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time? Was the sudden... What? Was the sudden knot in my... Wait, I'm confused. Oh, what wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. She better not die right here. No, everything's gonna be fine, I know it. Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. Do not kill Kyoko. Let's do this. Hey, Monokuma, you can see me, right? Get out here. I've got a bone to pick with you. Then a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well, this is a surprise. You being the one to call me out.
Hey, hey!
By the way,
Huh?
Most
what were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathhouse, just the two of you, in the middle of the night. Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? So warm and wet, so wet and...
Oh, whoa. Removed to conform with local and international censorship laws. Whoa!
all over her, didn't... Oh my goodness! Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits.
I just realized, bro, you're talking about minors. They're all teenagers. You're a creep talking about teenagers like this.
Say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
Oh, so is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse?
Bullseye!
Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Dang. Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Anyway, you went to all that trouble to get me out here. Now what do you want?
Oh, well, there's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a madam as well or a dude fella?
Actually,
But in the bear kingdom, there is no male or female.
Actually there is.
what?
Seriously?
My entire
What am I?
existence.
What am I? That's enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too long. So what did you really want to ask me?
Oh, well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's possible and all, but... Is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me? You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me! You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or earth sign breeding tips? This is just crazy. Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you?
What the
Oh, you're so annoying! Fine! I'll tell you, it was a key and... And what? What was the second thing? What? It's a blank, stupid. A secret. Fill it in yourself. Making me trudge all the way out here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and find out.
Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. Why was that even... That's not really a stupid question. What if we're like, hey, we're gonna help you look for the key, Monokuma? I don't know. Whew. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine, right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep. I hope she's not dead. Oh, more nonsense. We love nonsense.
Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Toonsoft Company Limited.
Huh? What? 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 What am I watching? Is it a video game? I'm so confused. I mean, Sakura is putting the paws on. Okay. Okay, Sakura, beat him up. Beat him up. Bro's dancing like he's not about to get whooped, bro. Sakura's Revenge. The game the world has been waiting for. Unfortunately, development has been canceled. Dang. Of course, if enough people buy Danganronpa... What? Dang it, I didn't read it fast enough.
This super stylish, super fashionable game was canceled during development. But it'll start back up if Danganronpa sells well.
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too.
Somehow I doubt that was even true. Right? Okay. I want to see something. I want to see the regulations. Doesn't the regulation say sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class? Okay. As long as Kyoko doesn't go to sleep and just stays up the night, then that means that she's okay, basically. So I think she's fine, but she's probably really tired. My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. I hope Kyoko's okay. Man, Byakuya, if you got Kyoko killed, I'm literally gonna end your life.
What?
You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain this? Says, sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your
You
problem?
really think a tired excuse like that is gonna work? Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. I just thought since a day had passed, it may be reset. So sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. I'll hang a sign on my neck. This is bad girl. I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush. If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. Toko has the... How did Toko go from trash talking, like she would trash talk a lot in the beginning of this whole series, to now saying you can stuff my mouth with trash? Girl, get up! Oh my goodness. As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. It's no use. She's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Anyway, where's Kyoko? I haven't seen her this morning.
Could it be?
Not cool. This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday and she's not gonna show up anymore. I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is just keep quiet.
Very strange.
Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so...
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have her key, right?
What's this?
Ah, you looking for Miss Kitty Getty?
What?
Oh, what do you want now?
Hey!
Right? You're wondering where Miss Kitty Getty is, right?
Do you know where she is?
Well, it's hard to say.
You don't know either?
What?
It's because he doesn't know. That's why he's here, to try and prod us for information.
Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they want to name some indie bull trash?
this is
I
very
feel like
suspicious.
I'm getting whiplash the way he changes subjects like that. Thank goodness. It looks like Monokuma really didn't notice. So I guess our plan went off just fine last night, but where is Kyoko? I bet you she's in the biolab or the data room, one of those. Which could mean
Hey,
the monitor can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Cause she had been right about that.
Hey!
So, was I right? You're looking for Miss Kitty Getty. Any idea where she might have gone?
We have no idea.
What the heck?
And even if we did know, we wouldn't tell you.
What the heck?
We're serious.
I see. Well, fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers.
As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So what was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, how could he not know where she is?
yeah, totally.
So strange. Kyoko must have used that key to sneak into some unknown part of the school. But somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice? Where could it be? I don't even know where that would be. We spent the rest of breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. Well, free time, I guess. Breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. Well, I guess let's go, talk to somebody. I gotta look at the map and see where anybody is because, like, the map is huge, but there's less people. Everybody's probably gonna be on the 5th floor. All right, let's talk to Toko. Well, when are we ever gonna get out of here? Not that I'd have much to look forward to if I ever did get out. Should I hang out with Toko? Yeah, let's hang out with Toko. We have no choice.
Your problem?
We really have no choice here. What, more pity? Aren't you such a good person showing me all this pity? I spent some time with Toko. Toko and I grew a little closer today. Let's see what we have. Oh, I forgot. I need to go to the store. Let's give her the cherry blossom bouquet. Sorry. Oh, it's the same thing. All right, she was pleased. I thought Toko totally hated me. But it's not like she's going out of her way to avoid me. Still, we're not actually talking either. Hey, Toko?
What's your problem?
You have a classmate? You have a question? Why did I say that? You have a question. You have a question for your classmate? Huh? Is she happy? So I kind of asked before, but what do you like to do in your spare time? I just write. I'm serialized, so I'm always really busy. And when I'm not writing, I'm studying. I'm not an idiot like you. Dang it. I had to go and open my big mouth again. You must hate me for sure now, right? No, it didn't really bother me. But I can't believe you actually write novels. And that people all over the world read them. He's glazing her. So how do you get your ideas for what you write? Is it like real life experience or... Are you stupid? What? I told you, didn't I? I write romance novels. How could I use my real life experiences for that? It's all from my imagination. It's just delusions. Delusions let you fall in love as much as you want, even if you never do in real life. Are you saying you can't write romance unless you already have lots of experience in love? No, not at all. It's okay. I'm used to people making fun of me. But someday I'll show them. I'll get pretty someday and show them all! Boiling over like magma, Toko stormed off. This time, I'm sure she hates me. Okay. Yeah, I need to go to the store. I feel even worse than I did this morning. Now I'm getting chills. This is bad. I might be getting sick. He's getting sick. Alrighty, let's see. I do not want to do this one by one. 104 times.
5 minutes later.
All right, let's see what we got. I'm not gonna lie, I did not do it 104 individual times. Maybe I did like 30 times or something like that. Either way, let's go and check what we got. So the first thing we got mineral water. Then we got Coca-Cola. Okay, potato chips, that's new. Ration, canned and vacuum sealed food stuff. Overflowing lunchbox, that looks good. Rice, ginger, carrots, peppers. Kitten hair clip, that's new I think too. Shears. Huh, I wonder if Toko would have liked that. A camera. Anything else new here? Self-destructing cassette. Okay. A crystal skull. Golden airplane. Moon rock. Secrets of the omoplata. It's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Sakura would have loved that. A sacred tree sprig. Oblot. Thin edible film made from starch. What is it used for? It covers up the taste of bitter medicine. Cat dog magazine. Meteorite arrowhead. A man's fantasy. A wash basin. I think that's it. Yeah. I think I want to talk to Byakuya. All right? Screwing around again, huh? Looking at you makes me physically ill. I'm only doing this for skill points and skills. Fine. I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. I really don't want to be spending time with him, but I'm using him. I'm using him. He thinks that he's using me. I'm using him. I think I'm gonna give him the crystal skull.
I see.
Now this is a rare moment. Coming from a noble family, I've never been exposed to such vulgarity. What? Interesting. I think I'll keep it. Okay, he was pleased. I have a question for you. You do?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me for a while, and I can't take it anymore. So to answer my question, I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is that I was picked at random from a pool of normal students.
So in other words...
So you just got into Hope's Peak by blind luck. I see. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you with absolutely no unique talents or abilities could get into this school. Hold on now. I just solved like 4 different cases. Don't be talking to me about being, you know, a commoner. Oh, I forgot to mention boring. How a boring, untalented, utterly generic commoner got in. Makoto is kind of boring. He doesn't really have much personality, I ain't gonna lie. Boring? Generic? Did you really have to list all that off?
Naturally.
But it's the truth. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny and all. But even you seem to think it's merely an issue of title. But make no mistake, my lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they're all ultimate. Athletic? That lanky, scrawny body of yours?
In other words...
But just to say, I'm the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact. He's really taken this to the extreme. You who have nothing, I who have everything. We are living proof that all men are not created equal. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. I learned one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. Facts. Okay. Oh, we got a new skill. Period. That's all I was using him for. I did my best to keep my spirit from shattering like glass and went back to my room. What? Why is the music like this? Oh, I'm getting the chills. I feel kind of dizzy. I can't help it. I need sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limit. As I dropped into my bed, I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It was more like my consciousness went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness, which is all to say, he's really sick. I was restless. Or maybe he was worried about Kyoko. At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. And within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice. It's so familiar.
I understand.
That's his voice. It's me.
I understand. I should understand everything.
Okay.
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
What? Huh? What am I trying to say?
Hope. This is all for Hope. And that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here.
What I think is that they were all supposed to stay there and they were all okay with staying there. Then the 16 students started breaking down and was like, no, I'm gonna make everybody kill each other because they wanted to get out. Maybe. I think. Dang, bro is really sick.
My dream just now. What? So strange. Huh?
Whoa! Whoa! They took the knife! Whoa! He killed someone. Oh. Oh, it was just Kyoko.
Kyoko?
He was hypnotized. What? No, Kyoko killed them.
What did you say?
Oh no. Kyoko killed them, didn't... What? Wait, was that person even there or not? Maybe that person wasn't there. First of all, why was his door unlocked?
Every day is peaceful. Every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days. Days of boredom repeating forever and ever.
This sounds like a hypnotizing mantra.
No abnormalities as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest spark of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd
consider that pretty damn abnormal.
True. I'm confused. Okay, it's morning, whatever. It took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. I let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable lethargy, they all had disappeared in the night. All that was left was me drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either. It was also the dream I'd had. What the heck was that? I mean, was it even really a dream? I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab into fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's right, I remember last night. I came down with a fever and couldn't quite get to sleep. And I heard a voice I didn't really understand. And then, all of a sudden I was awake. And there was a strange person standing next to my bed wearing a mask. And they were holding a knife. I want to say I fought them off, but I don't actually remember. It felt like my mind had been detached from my body, burning up with fever. I was somewhere far away, watching my body move on its own, and because of that, I don't remember what really happened, but still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. The next thing I remember, Kyoko was there. But what would she have been doing in my room? What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How could I possibly find out either way? Can I just check in here? I opened the desk drawer and the knife is gone. It's empty. There's nothing inside. Nothing inside. Because it definitely wasn't before. I'm positive I put the knife from Toko in here. That means the knife they told me to keep safe. I knew it. I just had a feeling. It wasn't a dream after all. But if that's true, this all makes even less sense. Why would someone have wanted to attack me? And who was that behind the mask? And why was Kyoko? What the heck is going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I should head to the dining hall. Then I could talk to everyone else about it. Kyoko, you're in my bathroom! Anyway, standing here thinking about what? Dang it.
Hey, Makoto.
Yep, that's Makoto. Sure, the sky's blue. Hey, Hina. What's up? You really had me worried, you know? What happened to you last night? Worried? Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. We were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you'd been, you know. I mean, not that that actually happened. I mean, nobody here would wanna, you know. So anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. Well, why did you come to get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff actually. I'm not sure I can really explain.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with everyone else. Then they can tell you all about it. So is everyone waiting somewhere else or something?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. The whole night? I lost that rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. What? In the gym? Why did everybody stay up the entire night? That's interesting. That's weird. There he is.
Huh? Oh,
This is
hey,
worse
Makoto.
than being late for your wedding, birth of your son, and your own funeral all at once.
What?
Jeez, to show up now like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed? Just like Hina said, everyone was there besides Kyoko. And then I noticed they'd formed a circle around something. As soon as I saw what that something was, what the? Before I could catch myself, I cried out. Whoa! Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma. What?
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
What?
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
I don't understand. What happened? Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but what is this? What are you guys doing? I thought we're not allowed to, like, attack it or something. Aren't we technically not allowed to attack it? I didn't even see this. What the freak? It looks like it's been professionally disassembled. How is that even possible? Tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous? Can you tell me what's going on? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
What?
Idiot. If you hadn't been sleeping in, you'd already know what's going on. I was sick!
Come on.
I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto, because that's how much I like ya. Byakuya found this little fella laying around, then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain everything.
What?
Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try and talk to Monokuma. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance, and I found him here just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began, but still, Monokuma lay there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated the disassembly process. But that means that the mastermind probably found Kyoko and is dealing with Kyoko, which is not a good sign, in my opinion. I don't know. It was my master's stroke of genius, a chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote-controlled toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break down,
in other words,
then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind. Something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected. They were probably scared of Master. They ran away into terror. Or maybe they got sick or something? But Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that if not the mastermind? I'm sure that's a recording. It's set to a timer and plays as necessary. That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right? Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for light conversation. I just found something. What is it? Oh, shoot. It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger that. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movements, it's sure to go off. Motion sensor for serious? I'm starting to get all shaky.
Just a second.
Hey, get it together. You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. You're so not fine. You're all Oh, I probably should have mentioned the motion sensor is off right now. Oh, sheesh, don't scare me like that. You're like the world's most spineless worm of the century.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on. The century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever, just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hanging on to it's not gonna do anyone any good. Yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. Hiro put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? What could that have been? When I thought about it, it had to be Wait! Was that that can't be the mastermind. I couldn't help but think back to the night before. Being attacked by that masked figure.
Just a second.
Hey, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Don't us. Did you hear a thing we just said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Sorry. We were saying since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? And we've decided to continue our offensive assault.
it's all clear.
To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance. Wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there,
What?
if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You could be chicken number 6.
Such
This is a
ignorance.
battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
Come on.
So, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna run away, or are you going to fight? You're right, I'll go with
it's
you.
all clear.
Okay then, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourself. I'll follow you anywhere, master, to all the ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man, and I can do this. I've got the will of the entire universe on my side. We've each found determination in our own ways, and then we were ready. We left the gym. Our target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Rattle, rattle. It's locked, as expected. What? I thought it was broken. Did Monokuma fix it? So what are you gonna do? Isn't it obvious? We're gonna tear this door off its hinges. Wait, but the rules say... We've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. Well, like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we're in there,
So in other
then we'll
words,
just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but
What?
we've come this far. We can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. This is so beautiful!
I mean,
We're serious?
What the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
actually.
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Okay, what about that one thing? That thing in the tool shed.
so-
The pickaxe.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear.
Okay,
now.
go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. What? That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, master, then yeah. You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable! With that, Toko ran off, loud as a herd of rabid elephants.
Hey.
For serious though, were you just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. He's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if the risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all full of I'm What the genocide Jill? What? Whoa, where'd that come from? Wait, genocide Jill, where'd you come from?
You called for me and so I appeared.
Oh, it's the wonderdiferous, murdiferous fiend here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it?
I was supposed to pick an axe?
No, you seeping imbecile, the pickaxe.
Seeping imbecile? Oh, master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. Bushwash, here comes the bloody nose!
Seriously though, did you really forget the pickaxe? They don't share memory. Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factory. But I think we've already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Not possible.
This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yeah.
The light bulb just went on.
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. All right, we've solved one mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left.
One more mystery?
Yep.
When you reach that
Now we need to
certain
figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
What are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
you gotta be
I'm
kidding.
not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden.
What did you find? What?
You SOB!
Did you hear me? I said corpse.
A corpse?
Yep, that's right. I found a corpse in the garden.
Bro,
What
well
did you
then.
say?
Before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something
Come
else to look
on.
into. We're going to the garden. Hey, yo. It has to be that mastermind, not Kyoko. As soon as we entered the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but... What in the world? I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. And there was a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? For sure, but who is it? What? Is this the 16th student? Is this the 16th student? Just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me.
I told ya, there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way.
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. See, what I was thinking is that someone was gonna get eaten by the plant or something. Wait, start looking around. Okay, let's check the body first. Can we take the mask off, please? We need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know is that whoever it is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Take the mask off! Their heart isn't beating, they're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. They're gonna think it's Makoto, bruh. In this class trial, we gotta prove that it wasn't us because we said we were gonna take care of the knife! It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue.
I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least.
Huh? How can you tell?
Well,
Well, I see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl.
Really? Then it could be...
Okay then. Yes. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't! But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Kyoko's hand shot out towards the mask, and in the next instant... Whoa! There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. Yo, she went flying. The body blew up. It blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out, but then... Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water? Come on, dump the water on it. Oh, okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Well, that's crazy. Thankfully, it was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving only the unpleasant smell of burning. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess that took care of it. What the heck, man? It exploded?
What did
I
you
had
say?
a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. Now the body is burnt.
What?
It burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man.
Don't compare it to steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again.
But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it might be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? That's not Kyoko, though. And that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko. But, I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The mastermind. What? The mastermind?
What the heck?
Come on, there's no way. The mastermind got charboiled? Get serious. I agree. Normally, the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if the master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? Huh. About it being the headmaster.
What the heck?
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. Why are you telling them all this?
what?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school.
What?
I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was,
Mukuro Ikusaba.
why is he snitching right
The
now?
16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The
Oh
one
my
they
goodness.
call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. She was sure of it.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, well, she's dead now. How'd she wind up burnt to a crisp? None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly blow up, show up, and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait!
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh, he does not care. Oh, nope, she is awake. Oh, she survived. Oh, she survived. Huh? What just happened? Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Okay, so let's look at this. I should take a close look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. Okay, what's this? Hold on. There's something on the ground here. Wait, what? It's a key? Is that what Kyoko took from Monokuma? But what did you steal?
So...
No, that's something else. Oh, it's the other thing. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. And this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this is on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? Either the data room or the biolab. So you don't even know then. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other
the
words...
biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. So I have to go and check to see which one it unlocks then. Let's check the bio room first. Yeah, let's check over here first. The biolab was definitely locked before. Let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, this key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key does not go in this room. Okay, so let's go and check on the 4th floor. What room was it? The biolab. The data lab, sorry. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Let's give it a shot. And, oh, it works. It fits. This is the key to the data center. I'd managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So you're back. How did it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. Well, why did the now deceased have the key on then? I suppose we'll have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, that's not gonna be another big, huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words...
It's in your hands, bro. It means I trust you. That's a lie. I'm just being used. Okay. Look at them all standing back in case it blows up. I reached out and put my hand on the door, closed my eyes, and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all the monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. These are all the cameras. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This...
What?
is the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is
It's all
the
clear now.
mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the mastermind was here, watching us. Then I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it could only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the mastermind. The mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. Or, that's a body double. But for serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The mastermind is dead? I really feel like it's like they made a body double. Like, you know how Monokuma had a bomb inside of him? I feel like it was that. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that? But if the mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this heck hole.
How about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come on.
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? What about the exit? If the mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
Well, yeah, obviously. The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The mastermind was murdered. Well, by Kyoko.
But
But why has it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such
That's
ignorance.
exactly why we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind. Now you understand, you useless insect! You're banned from talking to Master ever again! The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time in here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Okay. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. That's not how technology works, girl. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An Alter Ego. You may be well right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. What else can we look at? What is this? There's nothing showing up on this one. Hey, look, next to that TV. Is that a TV antenna?
how about that?
It is, just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV?
Huh? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here.
You talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on!
No?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? All right, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Let's see. What's this? No. Not there. This. This door is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? It's locked? The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Now, let's do this. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this... Huh? Look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. What?
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot mastermind. all you guys needed cut free from your regrets of the outside world.
What the heck?
They were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it? What?
Huh?
Bruh. Is the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird, huh? You're weird. Weird in every possible way. And not just weird, super weird.
But
this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Yuto went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
What the heck? Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it, some weird setup. Yo, that actually scared me. That actually scared me. That actually scared me. I was not expecting that. They're cooked. They're cooked.
A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually.
I'm not sure, but...
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Ah!
Been a while, you freaking idiots!
Monokuma? How? You're supposed to be dead.
Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid!
Hey! You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again?
Oh yeah, that's it. Ooh, the look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead for this moment.
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past, so full of hope, and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game.
You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let
No.
me out of here.
We were supposed to get out of here.
Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
Are you serious? This place is the worst.
If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Bro, I can't believe he's alive. Well, I can't believe it, but still.
Well, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now.
The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed?
Ooh, look at how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it.
Maybe you can rewind.
That TV is absolutely without a doubt displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh? What does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Oh, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Chills, chills.
Killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
What?
Extreme.
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world!
It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. But what? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? He looks scared. The camera feed is being broadcast. No way, that's impossible.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind, like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
I don't know if this is true or not, or if this is real. I don't know. I feel like it could be Cap, but I'm not
This
sure.
can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. That's something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh, there's the little business of...
Oh, the dead body announcement.
A body had
Yep.
after a search.
Yep. Huh? Class trial, do you mean?
It's the Monokuma file.
Oh my goodness.
Heart-pounding
Dang,
excitement.
we didn't even get to meet that student. We didn't even get to meet that student.
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait.
Bro. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment and how is he still alive?
I'm sick of
I
this.
thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial, which what it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means the mastermind Mukuro Ikusaba isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. Wait, what? No? The hair. I don't think so. Kyoko's been murdered? That's not possible because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. But wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain right now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm, so I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works after all. Bruh. This is different music? I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. This is different! What? This remix is crazy! Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. This remix! An identified body could really be Kyoko, or... I have no choice, I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. What in the world? That's how you know this is getting serious. When they switch up the music. Time to get started. Okay, I need to do what I always do, but now we don't even have Kyoko's help. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? It's the survival knife. Obviously, duh. The knife the person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife and maybe then oh no. And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. But no, it can't be. There's no way. No, I think Kyoko killed them. I think Kyoko helped him and killed this person. That's what I think. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. What? What is there? What is there? Okay. Kyoko always wore gloves. There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's something on the back of her right hand. Is that a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand. Let's look at this. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Anything else? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. Oh, because of the bucket. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the top part, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Right? The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Why are they saying it like that? Huh. I'm gonna look in the chicken coop. There's only 4! Why is there 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's 4 chickens! What? Why is there 4? That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? I was wondering, because I was like, they're very specific about how many chickens there were. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. It's set to 7:30 every morning. Wait, hold on. The sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place afterwards. After the morning time. This room is dusty and unorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical something. Is this a tarp? Wait, there was no tarp in here before. I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dry. Something about that bothers me. Huh. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Okay. Why do I feel like the body was killed before 7? They put the tarp over it. They put the tarp over it to make it look like it was killed after 7. Okay, what else? What else can I look at? Let me talk to you, Toko. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to have faith anymore. Okay. What have I not seen yet? Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. The body before the explosion. Huh. Byakuya, what do you think? Good timing, Makoto. I want to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Oh no, I knew he was gonna accuse us.
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hito's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, that's really bad. They're gonna all accuse you, bro. So what have I not looked at now yet? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. When I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was 9. Oh, it's 9. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Yeah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we could say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Okay, the body was found at 9 a.m. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, the fragment I found before, there's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions, and I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko's never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room, oh, he has it.
It's all clear now.
Ah, yeah. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Bye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Alrighty, bro. What one area is bro talking about? Wait, what one area? Let me look at, it's red and looks like a frame. I don't know where this could be. I genuinely don't know. Area. Are they talking about that room that was like bloody? Is this room? I don't think so. I actually don't know where to go.
You know?
Okay. Wait. The bomb is missing. Oh, the fragments we found in the garden. Was it pieces of the bomb? Oh, Kyoko's room. Okay. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I don't know why I wasn't thinking it was that. They had the bomb. I don't know why. Byakuya! You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! All right. Kyoko's room right here. I wonder what her room looks like. I can't unlock it myself. I need to ask Byakuya. He's gonna make us get on our knees and beg. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then click. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Okay. Let's see. Very, very basic. So this is Kyoko's room. No decoration whatsoever. What's this, though? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it is a
possible.
key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really, what? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Okay. All right, let's look around. Anything else? Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. Okay, well, I guess we can leave. Hey, I think it'd be wise to... Wait, what am I missing?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take my time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something.
It's true.
Oh! I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Okay. Under the sheets, what could it be? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Oh, the student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. Yeah, because he said there was 2 things stolen from him. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, so this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Mukuro Ikusaba, sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information. She was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir all for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Wow, that's interesting. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group? This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. He knows them. Huh, you recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero's becoming a big player and a big player is becoming our hero. What?
It's you!
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile?
So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
I don't know if I want to know because something tells me it's bad interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game.
What?
I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back then, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
in other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16, then
Mukuro Ikusaba, the
Then
16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the
technically
school.
the 16th student is allowed to try to kill, but the 16th student couldn't. I guess she couldn't get a kill off? I don't
The
know.
one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
But she has to be the mastermind. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. Well, I don't think she was the mastermind, but I think she worked closely with the mastermind. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh? Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense.
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge.
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirty-Giri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
So is she actually dead? What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Wait, so is Kyoko actually dead? Nah, Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand. No, the tattoo? Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again, huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. That is an S-tier insult. That is such an S-tier insult. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Makoto was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makoto is the one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Makoto is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make sure our investigation is fair. Makoto is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing gang. Makoto is the killer? She killed Kyoko, or Kyoko killed Makoto? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? Whenever he says that, I feel like it's beyond whatever he's thinking, because I feel like he thinks very surface-wise sometimes. In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? So what? Oh, it's number 6. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. I've never seen a wood block key. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Man, I wish Kyoko was here. I hate dealing with Byakuya. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and opened. Okay. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Okay. Why would we need to know that? What is that? It's a watered up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. What? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Oh, we're gonna go to the library, aren't we? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? How are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? We're in the school, would you go to do research on something? I mean, Makoto, you are acting a little bit dumb here. Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kind of info the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
All right, we gotta go. I don't know, I kind of, to be honest, think Kyoko killed Muchiro, but I feel like she would have been more careful. No, but then how would she have even gotten into her room and put the key there? That's so weird, because she didn't have a key to her room. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. All activity? At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. That makes more sense, because if they were really powerful, how could someone outside of the group kill them?
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields are much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report says something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Well, obviously, the one who's dead is Mukuro then. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean Mukuro Ikusaba? Obviously, Mukuro's dead, but Kyoko killed them. Kyoko's
Time
cooked.
is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth,
Kyoko's cooked.
natural phenomena.
What?
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
I don't know what Bro's yapping about.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Oh my goodness.
So, please meet up in the usual spot.
It has, wait, y'all, it literally has to be
See
Kyoko.
you later.
It has to be Kyoko. Then the time has come. All we could do now is uncover the truth during the class
That's
trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. All right. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's rigged high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
Huh?
What, are you jealous? What?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. You can show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10?
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Oh. Or what? Whoa, did I scare ya?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
But what are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's Kyoko, if it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no rule has been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, it's a ghost! Just stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we gotta deal with the ghost! I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial's all over. Honestly, you're never happy when the trial is over, because when the trial's over, someone's dead. So that doesn't make sense. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. That's where Mukuro was.
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to.
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Okay.
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? 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 Oh my goodness, bro. If she's actually the Blackened, that would be crazy. And the door slid shut. Yo. The way I'm like... I mean, is it gonna be obviously Kyoko, or is that too obvious? This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Ugh, yuck!
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Oh my goodness. Ew. Ew. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show. This trial room sucks. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Alrighty. Alright, now go back. Let's set our skills. We can have cool and compose. Steadies your aim a little, effective during the non-stop debate, and the hangman's gambit. Okay, I mean, why not? I don't think there's anything else we have, though. Yeah, I think that's about it. So we might as well just leave it like that. Alrighty.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the Blackened.
All right.
And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Thanks, Monokuma.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
All right.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Well, we know it's Mukuro Ikusaba.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Literally.
No, that's a ghost.
All right, bro.
But she has legs and stuff.
Bro.
Well, that's just because...
Bro, can you stop talking?
She's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Okay, bro is tripping
There's
out.
a limit to how much ridiculousness
You know
I
what,
can
Byakuya?
tolerate.
I agree with you on this one. I agree with you on this one.
So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Okay.
Her traits?
The gloves.
I got it!
The gloves.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yeah.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently, you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Okay. And?
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Right.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Okay.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Oh my goodness, bro. I can't stand him now. There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So we don't have a choice but to engage. We need to engage in this ridiculousness. Okay. Obviously the tattoos.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Oh my goodness. Bro, this is so ridiculous.
Then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Bruh.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Okay.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Okay.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely...
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Oh, wait. I know the body isn't Kyoko because I can prove. Hold on.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
There we go.
Okay, then prove it. The dead body was...
Skip, skip, skip.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Shoot it. What? Uh-oh. Dang it. Where's the contradiction?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Fake nails? Maybe it's the fake nails.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body was...
They got burnt up in the...
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well,
hold on.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
There we go, there we go, there we go.
No, that's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Right.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails.
I mean, you can wear fake... Well, it would be very hard to
trying
wear.
to wear gloves over nails
Yeah.
like that would have been a pretty big
Yeah,
pain.
that's the thing. It would have.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Right.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
That's true.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Now, what's that supposed to mean, Hirdo? What's that supposed to mean?
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily
Really?
life.
Okay.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Alrighty.
Which should have
There.
been obvious since she's standing right here.
Are you happy now, Hirdo?
Okay, so then, who's
Oh my
the real
goodness.
victim?
Oh my goodness, he's
We
so
need to figure
stupid.
that out.
He's so stupid.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
He's so stupid, bro. I can't anymore. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Okay. Everything starts from there. Okay. Okay.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
I gotta lock in and focus.
then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
Okay.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Okay.
And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well,
Tattoo?
if we can't identify the body...
Okay.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay. Hold on. And the one thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body, the tattoo.
Identify the body?
Tattoo. There we go. There we go. There we go.
It's wrong.
I'm so scared to like really mess this up and fail a class trial again.
That we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Oh my goodness, why would I be lying?
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Why were we left with these people as the last few in the end of this game? There's a bunch of stupid people.
Figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Right.
Oh yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
No, it's a
master
wolf.
Must have made her get it to be like, you're my.
Whoa!
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No!
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
All right. Compare it to... Yeah, I guess Mukuro Ikusaba's profile.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad...
Right?
...would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
But why would Mukuro all of a sudden try to kill? And how were they thwarted? And if they were making the rules, why not just stick around until the very end? I don't understand. Why would they show their face now? I don't really get that.
Fenrir?
And the image that represents Fenrir is a wolf. I just don't understand why they would show themselves now. All right, let's go for an O. Oh, just an F. I was literally looking for an O. Bro, I wasn't even looking.
I understand.
Oh my goodness.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology.
Oh, wow.
Huge world-ending wolf.
She's not even stuttering.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Okay.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly.
Right.
The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
Right.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
Right.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one
That's how I understand. If she's behind the whole thing, how is she dead?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a clue-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Yeah?
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Huh. Oh, remember, she's the ultimate soldier.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Right. I wonder, because she was the ultimate soldier, has she just been hiding out this entire time? Maybe she's just been hiding out, like literally, just like in hiding.
If I remember correctly,
it just knows how to really disappear.
Came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Right!
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Right.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then
but how
who's
is
the
she
real mastermind?
How is she hiding?
The Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
What?
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Oh no.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please
Okay.
limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Okay.
Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait.
I guess.
But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
All right.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Okay.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then
Right.
one of us killed Mukuro?
Right.
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Okay, honestly, that's not even dumb to say because there could.
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
I wonder if Mukuro, like, can turn invisible or something.
This time.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm
Oh,
sure
boy.
you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Oh, boy.
Who the evidence points to?
Oh boy, there can only be two options. It's me and Kyoko.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Oh boy.
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm
Okay.
that at that point, there was no dead body there.
Right.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However,
All right.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right.
Okay.
The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole
Right.
time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which
All right.
is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Unless
Exactly
he
so.
killed the person at midnight. Huh. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are
What?
you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder
Right,
took
because
place.
what if it took place at midnight?
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Right, what if it was Byakuya?
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden.
Oh yeah, because he was in the garden.
Well, it was after nighttime for sure.
Okay,
I'd
yeah,
say
yeah,
it must
so
have been
it
around
probably
10
wasn't
o'clock.
Byakuya.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh,
Okay.
but what time did we find the body?
9
The
a.m.
one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
It was 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the
Y'all,
pickaxe.
I'm so confused. Well, I'm not really confused. I feel like it's Kyoko. But like, dang, having Kyoko die now? Well, yeah, and then this is when she said it was 9 o'clock.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Okay.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
All
But
right.
I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Right.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right around 7:30.
Right.
I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which
Right.
means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Right. Dang. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. The sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Okay.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Why do I only have 4
And Makoto
minutes?
doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Sprinklers. Oh. Oh boy. Dang it.
Shoot!
Oh, I messed up.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Oh,
It took
boy.
place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9
Oh
o'clock
my goodness.
in the morning.
Okay. Lock in.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that
Oh
time.
my goodness, bro.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Right.
So Makoto, if you have any objections now, would
Oh, I
be
don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Okay. I know the sprinklers. But what am I supposed to do?
established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere.
Sprinklers. So I had to put sprinklers at 10 o'clock? I had to put sprinklers at 10 o'clock?
Actually,
That's so annoying.
the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Oh my goodness, bro. That was so
Because
annoying.
of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are
I only
set
have,
to
like,
go off
3
right
minutes
at
now.
7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry,
Except...
Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How?
Oh, yeah,
Are
she
you
passed out.
saying only the mouth down south was wet?
What?
How dare you spew such indecent
Whoa!
words!
Whoa!
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do
Right.
you mean? By denying the sprinkler?
Huh?
Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
Man, you're totally wacko.
Bro, everybody is
You
annoying
really
me.
think it wasn't the sprinkler? You'd better tell us why!
I need to prove it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toggle with certain evidence and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Is it actually a bullet? Okay. Oh yeah, because she passed out.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I
Hold on.
don't know anything.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Okay, wait on.
I hate you. No! I don't know anything.
Hold on.
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me?
Hold on.
I admit nothing.
Toko, we don't really think it's you.
I admit nothing. I
Whoa.
hate you. No.
I kinda got this.
I don't know anything.
Sort of. Okay.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
This should prove it. This should prove it.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Right, half the body was dry.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Man, we'll never know what Mukuro
If
even
the
looks
sprinklers
like.
got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
No.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The
Yo.
reason only the top half was wet was because
The explosion.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire,
Right.
the top half.
Right.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yeah,
So
Toko.
if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Right, which means that he has an alibi, but Kyoko
Means
doesn't.
She must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Right.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Right,
In
but
which case, the
Kyoko.
only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Dang. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Okay.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
And what? Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Okay.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Oh?
A trap?
Oh?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy!
Huh?
You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Wow, how does Byakuya have this much power to just demand anybody to do anything and they listen?
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
Okay.
So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Is it?
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Girl! Excuse me, are you trying to say it's me?
Huh?
Excuse me?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided
the tarp.
getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something. Yup, the tarp.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Yo, this is actually, I can't believe
You catch on
Kyoto.
quick.
I mean Kyoko.
All you'd have to do is cover the body
Why is
with the
Kyoko?
tarp, and that'd take care
Why
of
is
the water.
Kyoko doing this?
In
She
fact,
knows we didn't do it, right?
That's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
Oh boy.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's
Oh,
the
boy.
side that got covered in water. The
Oh,
side
boy.
that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
With no blood?
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
There's no blood on
But
it.
why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Kyoko, wait, it's not me, please! Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? Then why isn't... But the body had blood.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. The body before the explosion had blood.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp... It was totally spotless, right?
Right.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body... Of course it didn't get dirty!
Wait!
No, that's wrong!
Wait! What? And where's the chicken?
Actually,
where's the chicken?
One side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Where's the chicken? No, seriously, where's the chicken?
The blood wasn't dry before
How was
the
that
body
connected
got
to
blown
all
up,
of this?
right?
I'm so confused.
Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Right.
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Bro, I'm so confused.
Well,
but I don't think it's Kyoko. That would be so obvious.
Would know they'd used it.
But I don't know who did it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh. The blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, They then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
Huh?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
So, are you saying that the person didn't even die from the knife?
That's what Ifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time.
So what?
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken! The chicken! No! The chicken!
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
Yo!
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
What in the world?
That's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
At least eating it is crazy.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Okay.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
What?
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
And how'd they die?
If that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Oh.
Covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think
Backwards.
so.
It was backwards.
No, the head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeve.
Oh.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
What?
What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
Right.
But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Right.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Okay.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Right, but now this is really sounding like Makoto did this.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Okay.
To pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Right.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
Why?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Okay.
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina.
What?
After you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no, I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare.
No!
That's not...
Oh my goodness.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Oh my goodness.
I must
This is horrible.
admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound.
This is horrible.
Makoto's alibi is...
This is horrible. The suspicion falls back on me again, but why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good,
Okay.
so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one
What?
of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide?
No.
Let's flip a coin.
No.
50-50 odds.
No.
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
no,
No.
not that. I just remembered something super serious.
What?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Oh no, oh no. They're about to bring it up. That
One we
Makoto
found
had it.
Stuck in the body
They're
before it
gonna bring up
exploded,
Makoto
right?
had it. Oh no. Oh no, we're cooked. We are cooked.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from
Bro.
front to back.
We are so severely cooked, it's insane. We are so deeply
about it?
cooked, it's insane.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Bro, we are
That's what I
fried.
thought when I first
Deep
saw it.
fried.
I just remembered.
Deeply fried. Oh my goodness. And then they gave it to him. They gave it to Makoto.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Bro, this looks so bad.
Surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's
oh
not
my
that
goodness.
I hid it. It's just...
Oh no. Oh no. I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious.
Oh no,
Very
bro.
Suspicious indeed.
Oh
The knife
no.
stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What can we even say? What can we even say? What do we even say, bro?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Fragments, maybe?
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. Wait!
If he did
Hear me
have that
out!
knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Hold on.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well,
Hold on.
Getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are,
We've already established the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, right? Which means the knife was thrust through the coat into the body afterwards. Hold on.
If he did have that seals it. Just because I had that automatic...
Hold on.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Hold on. No.
So there's no question.
What? I missed it. Go, come on.
So there's no
What?
question.
There we go.
No,
I kept missing it.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Right.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Right.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right?
Right.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Right.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
Okay.
the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on,
Right.
and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Do you understand that, Hiro?
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. There's no way that's possible because Monokuma file?
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Period. Now sit your butt down, Hiro.
Yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Okay.
And the knife
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Whoa, what is going on here? What is going on
They
here?
probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Wasn't it a head wound?
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Right.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Right.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Huh.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears
Dang!
for use, you'd know the answer.
Bro, sit down!
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Bro, when is he gonna die? When is he gonna die?
You're dumb. But even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Oh my goodness,
ahead,
bro.
Makoto.
I'm surrounded by dumb
Tell her
people.
or we won't make any headway on this.
Alrighty. It is the Monokuma bomb. Where is it? What?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Uh-huh.
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
we saw it earlier.
We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Right.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Right.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Right.
And the only one who would benefit from that
is Kyoko.
Is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
What?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Right.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Right.
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case.
Oh, I don't even know. Why is she quiet? We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
Then shall we continue the debate?
All right.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Right.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Right.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file...
Right.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Right.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay. The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined,
So it's this.
correct?
The back of her head.
No, that's wrong.
So what was she hitting the back of the head with?
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
If she was the ultimate soldier, how did she even die?
The wounds all over the rest of her body. They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Right.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Right.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
What was the murder weapon?
Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
What would it be?
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
I mean, it's not wrong.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Oh boy.
No thanks.
Oh boy.
You just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Oh, okay. Calm down.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page.
Oh my
this time.
goodness. Yo.
Seriously?
Yo.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
What?
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Oh
So
boy.
what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh. The titanium arrows?
I got it! Mukuro
Oh my
was hit in
goodness.
the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
So it was definitely Kyoko, bruh.
And
It
that
was-
something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
It really... Wait a minute though.
Arrow. That's what the culprit
Wait,
attacked
guys.
Mukuro with?
Guys, wait. I think it was Byakuya. And why I say that is because the key for the titanium arrows was in Kyoko's room. How could she have gotten that key if she didn't have her room key. She does not have her room key, guys. She doesn't have her room key. It's Byakuya. It's Byakuya. He thinks he can play me.
Indeed.
You think you can play me, boy?
Are you sure? That sounds...
Oh, you're cooked.
Kinda weird.
I know it's Byakuya.
Hey! How dare you backtalk,
Oh yeah, he's cooked.
You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon, and one more secret. And then, why was... Wait, can I pause it? Can I pause it?
The tight.
Why was he so insistent on breaking into the headmaster's room? Then he sends Toko upstairs to go and get a pickaxe, right? And then he's like, let's go check it out. It was almost like he knew the body was there. He created an alibi with Monokuma somehow. I don't know exactly how, but it's definitely Byakuya. Okay.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Okay.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
Okay. If it was just that titanium arrow, it wouldn't be nearly thick enough. Which is why they used duct tape?
The titanium.
Talking back to Master!
Wait, how do I slow it down again?
No right!
Oh, I could do that. Okay. There we go. There we go. I kept missing it because it was getting small too fast.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's
It was a
why
bunch
the
of
killer
the
used
arrows.
Another weapon.
Another weapon?
He
Inside
taped.
the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
So the duct tape was all around all the arrows, I think.
The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Right.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Right.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Why is she talking so clear?
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Huh.
That's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway.
Okay, she was
that
talking really
explains the
clearly.
murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
Well, he's setting her up. He's setting her up. He's setting her up, I think.
I've never been to the dojo.
Wait, she just lied.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Oh no.
You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Wait.
Of course I remember.
But the thing is
Show
that...
us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
But the thing is that you had her room key. Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. I mean... The woodblock key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here.
But it was in her room. She couldn't get to her room.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Okay,
that
but what?
Key is just the final piece of the puzzle.
He's cooked. He's cooked.
Your non-existent alibi.
Bro.
Your clear motive. Your attempts to frame
we need to
Makoto
remind him
for the
he took her
crime.
key.
This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead
Yo.
set on defending her, aren't
Yo.
you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her.
Okay.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Okay, what?
Last
Why
night,
are we forgetting the fact
you were
that
in my
he has her
room,
key?
weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Huh?
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
Enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
But...
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
Wait a minute.
You were stubborn, but this is just
Why are we
getting
not bringing
ridiculous.
up the fact that he
Really?
had...
But you should know better than anyone I didn't
Yeah,
do
bring it up, Kyoko!
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Oh boy. Let's point it out. Let's remember the fact that he has her key. What does that mean? He's cooked! Finally! This smelly, musty rat. Okay? Ugh! Finally, he's gonna die!
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
He's sweating.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
There's proof.
You stated a theory earlier.
Okay.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker. And
Okay.
then left the locker key in my own room. Correct? But
Okay.
could I really have done that?
Right. Right. Yes, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya.
Okay, hold on.
Master would never hide something from me.
There's proof
Hold on.
that you aren't the culprit.
The proof? There we go. There we go. He's cooked! Get him out of here, please. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
right,
I want to see the
Kyoko
nastiest
wouldn't have been
execution,
able
the
to get into
nastiest
her room.
punishment. Uh-huh.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
Uh-huh.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Oh, he's nervous now.
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Wait, what's not actually true? There was a clear contradiction to what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie? Wait, what lie? Wait, what did she lie about? What lie? Wait, does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning? Wait, I gotta look at the transcript. Wait, what did she say? Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong? Oh, she has the key that can unlock anything. She did do it. No! Oh, here I was thinking Byakuya was gonna get packed up, bro. It was Kyoko. And that's how she was able to walk into Makoto's room. Kyoko did it. No! Oh, Kyoko did do it. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap. What? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Wait. Okay. Last chapter, they were like, trust her and tell her, or don't tell her. When we didn't tell her, she got mad and we didn't trust her. Is this trying to tell me that I need to trust her? Are they trying to tell me that I need to trust her? Imagine I run away. Wait, I want to run away and see what happens. Wait, can I run away and see what happens, or will I mess this up? No, running away isn't gonna solve anything. Dang it. Okay. I feel like we gotta let it go, and we have to trust the process and trust Kyoko. Because I really feel like we can't, deep in my gut, I want to trust Kyoko. And I feel like it's still Byakuya. I still feel like it's Byakuya. I don't know though. I think the best option is to let it go. If this choice actually matters. I don't know if this choice actually matters. I'm gonna let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. I feel like that's what they wanted us to do and think about. They wanted us to think about whether or not we're gonna believe in Kyoko, even in a face of like something like this. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact?
Okay.
I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
Okay.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
All right.
Who else could it have been?
He's the only one who had the key.
Byakuya had a room key, right?
Right.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Why is it back on me?
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
What? Monokuma hasn't been talking?
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
Right.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
What?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
What?
So then, it's time for voting time, okay?
What?
Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Did I mess up? Did I mess up? Yo, this is the first time. I don't know what's going on. What?
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
What? Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
What do you mean I got it right? No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Why do I...
Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Wait. No way. No freaking way. Was it? What? What is going on? Is Makoto actually gonna die? Is Makoto actually gonna die? There's no way. There's no way. Guys, there's no way he's actually about to die. Wait, what is going on? I'm freaking out right now inside. There's no way he's actually about to die. Is he actually about to die? Is he actually about to die? I don't understand. He's about to die, isn't he? He's burning. What is going on? He's about to die. He's about to die. He's about to die. But we know he didn't do it. What? What? Why was Chihiro there? Why was... Bro, there's no way. Wait, what is going on? Yo, wait. Guys, wait. Did he just die? Wait. Why was Chihiro... Was that alter ego? I'm so confused. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He actually was able to make it into the network. He was able to make it into the network. He escaped the computer.
He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Dang it. Dang it, all the heck. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it, and so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you, bring despair to the entire world.
But we know we didn't do it, so why is he saying we did it? Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what is the meaning of all this? Just what the heck is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Why am I back in the beginning? Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary students could enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Huh? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? And wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? This is the whole beginning. What? Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. Now, how did Kyoko know that alter ego would do something to save Makoto? Did she know that, or was she just willing to sacrifice Makoto? This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter ego saved me, and he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. W alter ego. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Okay. That's a rocket in a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. That's how that student died in the very beginning of this game, I think. Okay, wait. What is this? Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Rattle, rattle, it's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it wouldn't budge. Getting out of here is not gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. Ew. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten, but that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. What? What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? What? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me. It's probably food. What? It was Kyoko? A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. How did she even drop down here?
It smells awful.
Yo, I wonder if, remember in the garbage room, there was a sealed thing on the ground. Was it that? Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing down here? You couldn't bring any food? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that. You got some garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Oh, you know what? W Kyoko! Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Ooh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. And who killed Mukuro? Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. It probably was Kyoko. It probably was Kyoko, but you know. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me? To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. And why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. What reason?
Indeed.
At least, that's right. At least I did once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. She got her memories back? You forgot, but that's... Okay, I had no memory. No memory. Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you.
However...
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal out of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Well, because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Okay, your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I
understand.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yeah. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Honestly, what would have happened if we didn't trust Kyoko? Hold on. If I actually revealed that, there literally would have been another ending. It would have been an ending with Kyoko being executed. The game would end and you would see an image of Byakuya, Makoto, Hina, and Hiro in the future with their children. What? You know what's funny about that? He made a prediction about them sharing the same mom. And why is Toko dead? That is actually so funny that there's even an ending that ends up like this. Anyways, I just thought that was funny to look up. Okay, you said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I was right. The ultimate detective. Correct. And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who? Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Oh, I didn't expect that. He's my father. Okay, what?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. And that's when she became really determined. My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I'd also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
but once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What? What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor, okay. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her, and I know it wasn't you either. But that means everyone but you and me had an alibi, then who killed her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. What, the mastermind killed them? Because you know what's crazy? They said, yep, that's correct, when they said that, what's his name, Makoto killed Mukuro, when they know that he didn't, meaning that the mastermind is trying to pin it on someone. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Ooh, get you killed.
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim? Well, yeah, he was about to die.
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yup. During the night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. Whoa, what? I can hear him, what? The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up in my room. All this has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all of this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. It's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered, huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more, I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. What?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. What? I don't understand why they named this. I really thought it was going to be Hina based on the title of the chapter, but I guess not. Bro, the way I'm so invested because I'm like, where is this going? But there's only one chapter left. There's only one chapter left. And I'm like, we don't even know who killed Mukuro. We're pretty sure it's the mastermind, but it's like, who's the mastermind? Because clearly it was the mastermind because they literally, the mastermind was willing to make a false judgment on Makoto. This is crazy. This whole chapter, honestly, was very crazy. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want the next part as fast as possible, like the video because it'll let me know you guys want to see the last episode as fast as possible. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to join the squad, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Shawty's up in here, this an anthem. Walk up in the room, there's a beauty with a mask on. And it's laid